Need to be thanked. Parents of graduates this evening, if you would stand, let's honor you for just a moment. Your accomplishment too, because you're probably the one that made sure the uniforms were washed and the homework was done and the breakfasts were served and the children were pushed out the door whether they were ready to be or not. And so as they graduate and move on to the next phase of their lives, you also are moving on to a new phase in your life. And I don't know that your job description is going to change all too much, but you can be proud of your children. I also want to thank our teachers and our staff members who work very, very hard. And we thank you for putting your child into our care and trusting us day after day after day to make sure that we are making good choices and making a positive influence in your life. I do want to say thank you to Mrs. Howard. She's our 8th grade homeroom teacher. As many of you know, she is retiring, and we are truly, truly going to miss her. And so I would like to recognize her this evening as well, if she would stand. I know that whatever path that you choose, you have the Emmaus Foundation behind you and underneath you, and I know that you are going to be successful and you're going to keep Christ first in your life. Always, each one of you will be a member of our Emmaus family, regardless of what you do, or where you go, or what you become. Remember that you are still an intricate part of Emmaus. Blessings on your graduation and on your future. Thank you.
Principal Hedger, Mrs. Howard, Mr. C, Pastor Ermling, Pastor Zhao, teachers, staff, classmates, parents, families, guests, and friends. As I look back through the years, I see a class that has grown together through everything. A class that has pulled together through rough times to make it to where they are today. I see a class that has become strong as they laughed and cried together. A class not marked by the rewards received, but by the efforts and measures it took to receive them. A class not only brought together by age, but also united through love. A class not defined by the size of their numbers, but the size of their hearts. I stand here before you tonight to share with you the stories of that class, the Emmaus Lutheran School graduating 8th grade class of 2009. My own journey with Emmaus started in 2nd grade. My brother, who was entering 6th grade, already attended the school, and I remember I couldn't wait to follow his footsteps at this school. In 2nd grade, I met many new people, including Mrs. Richard. She was always so nice to me and taught me so much. I grew to love my new school and the people in it. That year on Easter, I chose to be baptized with Mrs. Richard as my godmother. The next year, I met Mrs. Hart in 3rd grade. Her love for fun and for the Lord enthralled me. She was enthusiastic, funny, and never seemed to slow down. I loved her classes, religion lessons, and PE activities. Then came 4th grade and Mr. Schmidt. He was a person who loved joking around with us. His catchphrase, knee slapper, always made us laugh. I still remember building little structures from folders to cover our papers when we took tests. Mr. Schmidt taught us discipline and made us ready for 5th grade. 5th grade was an exciting year with Mr. Nielsen as our teacher. He loved to tell us captivating stories of his past years. I learned a lot from him and grew closer to my classmates. The Sacramento trip that we took in 5th grade was the first of our outdoor ed field trips. It was lots of fun and everyone enjoyed it. A year later, we entered 6th grade, taught by Miss Hart, now Mrs. Marusik. We had many laughs, not only at school, but also on field trips at SeaWorld and Catalina. Mrs. Marusik, like her mom, was outgoing and enthusiastic. She prepared us well for junior high. 7th grade was a crazy year. It started off rough, with Mr. C out the first week of school, but it turned out to be a great year. We had another round of nonstop laughter and even more homework, but it still worked out fine. Mr. C definitely pulled off his first year teaching and was an amazing teacher. Finally, the class of '09 entered 8th grade. We learned under Mrs. Howard and shared many memories in her class. She was an exuberant teacher whom we all grew to love. She dealt with us even when we got a little out of hand and put us right back on track. We're sorry to see her go, but we hope she has a wonderful retirement. Without her, this class would not be complete or as much of a family as it is now. Our class has been through a lot and stuck together through it all. We've been together now for many years, with one exception. We know each other like the back of our hands. If I could change one thing about this class, I wouldn't. Each person is unique and brings something different to the table. Starting at the top, Christian Baez has been attending Emmaus since kindergarten. Also known as Slick CB, Christian's funny, athletic, and outrageous. He's never afraid to get out there and show everyone what he's got. Charles Chen, who everyone calls Charlie, came to Emmaus in pre-3, left after kindergarten, came back in 3rd grade, left before 5th, came back in 7th grade, and has been here ever since. Charlie is one of the funniest boys I've ever met. An absolute comic genius. Spend a few minutes with him and you'll know exactly what I mean. Next is Leilani Choi. Most people call her Lonnie. She came in 2nd grade, the same year as me. Leilani always makes me smile, especially when she tells me jokes that aren't even funny, but they make me laugh anyway. After her is Francisco Gutierrez, who I nicknamed Franny G. Francisco is never afraid to be his crazy self and is always optimistic. People always pick on him first because he's the kind of person who never minds and is so silly. Francisco came to Emmaus in kindergarten. Alex Lamb is the class brainiac. Alex started at Emmaus in pre-4. Whenever I have a question about homework, guess who I ask? Alex Lamb. The other Alex of the class is Alex Louie. I like to call him A. Louie. He began all the way back in pre-3 at Emmaus. He's grown up to be very outgoing, the exact opposite of what he used to be. He and Charlie form one great team, Thing 1 and Thing 2. Nathaniel, also known as Nat, also started out in pre-3. Nathaniel always wants to help others. He'll always think of others before himself. Victoria Nakaganeku is the mature one. She's been with Emmaus since grade 1 and has accomplished a lot since then. Susan Sue is one of those girls that can never be mean.